What's up, guys? Thank you for tuning in to the Uncommon Mindset podcast. Today, I'm joined by a very, very special guest. Today, I'm joined by Ray Kashkar. I'll just give you a brief background on who Ray is. Ray is a Navy SEAL veteran with multiple tours and other numerous overseas security details. Upon leaving SEAL Delivery Vehicle Team 2, SDV2, Ray turned his passion and SEAL team experience to the world of self-improvement and team building. He has become an accomplished fitness expert and speaker on topics ranging from fitness and building high-functional teams to organizational transformation. Ray's approach has been featured on the History Channel, The Selection, the Discovery Channel, the Ultimate Soldier Challenge, and the BBC Ultimate Hell Week. Ray has also starred in Captain Phillips with Tom Hanks. This guy is uncommon amongst the uncommon, and what an honor it is to have you on the podcast today.
What an awesome bio. I sound like I'm 10 feet tall, man. I wish, but yeah, it sounds great. But thank you. Thank you for that awesome intro. Honored to be here, sir.
Thank you. Honestly, thank you so much. So I just want to start off by asking Ray, I want to take it all the way back. I want to start off by asking about your upbringing, because I know that, you haven't had an easy upbringing, right? With obviously the loss of your father, the loss of your brother. So if you just want to talk to me about your upbringing, what did that look like?
Just I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. I think most people that are successful in life have to endure pain in some fashion, right? Pain equals growth, growth equals power, power equals knowledge, and knowledge equals profit. What I've done and what I try to instill and teach on other people is to use the past and the pain and profit from it, right? Learn from your mistakes. Don't if just because something shitty happened to you doesn't mean you have to do something shitty to other people. So um, I welcome my past. I don't think I would have been the man. And again, I mean, I have a lot of fucking work to do. Believe me, I'm not going to sit on here and tell you I walk on water, because brother, I don't. I mess up, I fuck up, I make mistakes. The difference between me and most people is I won't quit. I refuse to quit. So all the way back from the beginning, yeah, my father was murdered when I was 11. Abusive relationship with me and him. Parents split when before I can even remember. I turned to drinking, I turned to drugs. And at about 19 years old, long story short, I looked in the mirror, and it's something that I teach now I call them my Kashians, my crew. I don't believe in having fans. I have followers and supporters. That you need to look in the mirror. And if you don't like what you see, you got to change it. The power of you. Internal, right? We are all savage servants. That's why I wear the shirt. My boss had the shirt made, and I think he had it made for me. So definitely my advice is, if you have struggled, and there are 7 forms of pain in life: physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, financial, and sexual pain. If you've dealt with that type of pain in your life, number one, you're not alone. Number two, I'm not going to hold you responsible for it, right? I mean, there's different scenarios, but this is what I tell each and every person from this moment forth, from the minute you hear this podcast, right? This amazing podcast that you put on, from this moment forth, if you decide to continue down that road, then I hold you 1,000% accountable. You have the power to look in that mirror and change what you see. And I tell you what, I personally need to work on a lot of shit. I do. I still do. Even though people go, how can you say that? I'm guilty. I tell people all the time, I'm guilty of, and I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Losing my cool, being a dick. I mean, but I'm human. And I think the one thing that people need to understand is we are human. We do make mistakes, but we must learn from them, right? Learn to earn. So thank you. I always say this too. Thank you for my past. Thank you for the pain. And what I tell people now is, you're welcome for my honesty. I put these courses on with Pedro's Cooley, and when I tell them, like, this is going to be the hardest fucking thing you've ever done, and you're welcome. I want people thanking me for the pain that they're enduring right now, because I really think that you can profit from pain. Instead of what most people do, they avoid it, they block it, they disassociate from it, they cut themselves off, they build up walls. No, No more. You gotta, and the people that do that, they look at the glass half empty. They're waiting to die. Guys, gals, the glass is half full. Well, Ray, what happens when I fill that glass? Get a bigger fucking glass. Dump that in there and just keep going. My glass is never, ever going to be full. Why? Because I'm never going to stop being the best version of me. And the best advice I can give people is, this drives me crazy. And I know I'm getting and I'm a talker, man. And because I got so much to say. Stop trying to be someone else, right? I see all these guys that have the cars and the money and the houses. And I don't want to be a Dan Bazarian. I don't want to be my mentor. I want to be like my mentor, Bedros Keuilian, but I need to be the best version of me doing that. I can try to emulate some of their business models and some of their key morals of life and be a good human, but I don't want to be someone else. For the longest time, I always did. And then I looked in the mirror and listen, man, this combat chassis that your parents gave you, or however evolution has started, I don't get into that. You were put on this earth for a fucking reason. And what your job is to do from this moment forth is figure out what that reason is. I honestly think, I used to think my purpose on earth was to hurt people, SEAL teams and the agency and all the stuff I did. But then I realized, and Bedros Keuilian, again, I have to give him props, him and a few other very influential people, another guy I want to get on here, Steve Eckert, mentors, right? They're like, are they your business mentors? They're my mentors. They're fucking mentors of life. They told me, no, you really have a gift of helping. Take the pain and teach people how to learn to earn from it and profit from it. And it feels good. It feels good fucking helping people. It does. And, I'm 49 years young, and I feel like I'm just getting one step in my life. After all the shit I've done, the TVs, the movies, all the cool fucking people I hang out with and all that stuff, I think it all just stems to just being a good fucking human being, right? And just putting, again, you hear me all, put the fuck out. Put the fuck out. It has nothing to do with in a sexual content. But if you wanted to, that's great. But it's just about getting up, right? And here's what I tell everybody. I don't fucking care what time you get up. Guys are like, Ray, I got to work out at 4:00. I don't care. Yeah. I care what you do from the minute you get up, right? I don't care. Each average human being has 16 to 18 hours. You can do two things: do great shit, or you can be a piece of shit. Yeah. I refuse to be a piece of shit and hang out with pieces of shit. So I have literally went through my Rolodex mentally, physically, emotionally in life and got rid of everybody that's negative, people, places, and things. I trim the fucking fat and I'm rebuilding my posse, right? I don't want to be in quicksand, man. I don't want to be people pull me down. Bedros Keuilian uses the crabs and the crab pots. I'm sorry, I don't want to say crabs, but how they're always trying to pull you down. Quicksand. You want to learn from your fucking mistakes. If you've had a bad life like me, okay, embrace it. Embrace it. Okay, I've had a bad life. Boo-hoo, poor me. Now let's fucking move on. Let's get it. Let's attack the hill. Yeah. So there's fucking, I don't know how many minutes, guys, of me just ranting. I just had to get the message out there. So sorry about that.
No, you're totally fine. No, and you mentioned as well previously, I was watching a podcast that you did. You mentioned that the things that you went through when you were younger, it actually subconsciously built the mindset that you have today, right? Without you knowing. Yeah, which is, like I always say, things happen for a reason, and the things that you've gone through, the tough situations, you've overcome them, and look at the position you're in today, right? They have led you to the position that you're in today.
And I agree. I think each horrible evolution I've had to is just another brick that I've put in my foundation. But what's so fucking amazing about this is there are so many people out there who have had it so much rougher and have so much more potential than me. I am nothing great. I'm 5'7", 205 pounds. I'm not taller than life. I'm not super smart, but I am fucking driven. Yeah. I refuse. People always ask me, Ray, what keeps you up at night? How can you have done the things you do in life? Because I've had to do some things for my country. I sleep like a fucking baby. What keeps me up at night? The fear of being average. I don't want to be average. I want to be a fucking savage,
Yeah.
but not this way, but just helping people, right? Like spreading the word. And it's so contagious being a great person. I mean, that's the one thing I don't agree with. And I love David Goggins. He says negativity is the most contagious thing. And it can be if you surround yourself with it. But if you surround yourself with great fucking people that are positive, why can't we make positivity be the world's greatest fucking thing, right? Why can't that be addictive? Why can't that be the most fucking contagious thing? If you are a negative person, and again, you may be the sole source, that core, but 99.9% of the time, it's because you are hanging around with the same type of negative entities. So the best advice, and again, I give advice, not opinions. Opinions are like asshole. They just stink, and they're full of shit, man. But advice is people that have been there and done that. I don't give my opinions on anything. I give facts. If you are a negative person, you need to reevaluate your life. Do a POL, which is a pattern of life. It's where you write out your life, like in a journal for about 21 to, and I don't believe in this 21, 90-day bullshit, but you need a couple weeks in there. And people have, it's called emotional discipline. We live in 3 colors: red, which is you're redlined; blue, which is where you disassociate, right? A woman gets mad, she turns her back to you; or green. Now, most people want to just be in green, and I agree with that. That's calm, but I want to sway. I want to get my red line going, but I want to self-correct, and I want to disassociate and come back. I want to test the C's, but eventually when the red comes, I need to be able to control it, right? Because people live with 2 things. People on each shoulder, man, woman, I don't care. They have an inner bitch on their shoulder, right? Fear, doubts, and frustrations. We all have it. Everybody has it. Jocko, God, I don't care who you are. I know people go, these people don't. Bullshit. If you are a human being, you have fear, doubts, and frustration. If you have kids, if you work, but then on this shoulder, people have toxic cognitions. What is that? It's demons, PTSD, trauma. And this is what I'll tell you. As a human being, right, in your mind, right, the neurological receptors that you have in here, you can do 2 things. You can kill 99.9% of these because they're just surface. And it's you, okay, by doing drills that I teach people. But on this one, the toxic cognitions, the demons, alcoholism, physical abuse, if you're addicted to porn, I mean, there's a lot of things out there, right? We can't always kill those, but what we can do, right, is, and here's what I'll tell you, no matter how fast you run, those demons are eventually going to catch you. So what you need to do, and what I teach at one of our courses on the project, is we spin around, right? It's kind of like watching the Titanic when I'm out there and I name, claim, and tame them. Like, I'm going to try to just have an understanding of mutual respect that maybe once in my life I was an alcoholic. Well, guess what? I don't drink anymore. Guess what? I'm not going to put myself in that position to drink anymore. But I respect that beast, and that beast respects me. I'm not going to tempt that beast. Don't tempt me. And it can be with anything. I'm just giving one scenario. If it's with gambling, if it's with sexual abuse, if it's with temperament, right? What I tell people is number one, don't be too proud to get help, to ask for help. No, because I had to. Because ego is what kills most of us. Ego can be the death of most people, right? And you got to start developing the team analogy, the team breakdown, which is trust, effort, attitude, mission. And first, it's got to be team you, as in team me. And then, like, I have team care in my family. So trust, you got to trust. I got to trust myself. I got to trust my wife. I got to trust my kids. I got to trust the process. Effort. Listen, it's this simple, brother. I don't want 100%. I want everything you got and then some. That's it. Every fucking day. Attitude. Nothing will open or close a door in your 3 battlefields of life: battlefield, business field, home field. Nothing than a good or bad attitude. Attitude, I'm telling you this right now. And then M is mission. What is M? It's growth. And we talked about the 7 forms of pain. There are 6 forms of growth: physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, and financial, right? People focus on number 6, which is financial, but this is what I'm going to tell each and every one of you. Focus on the other 5: the physical, mental, emotional, social, and spiritual. Spiritual is not religion. It's about believing in yourself, looking in the mirror and saying, I got this. The financial will come. And I'm living proof, man. Irish kid, not super smart, but I'm super driven. I'm super fucking loyal. And I have just learned how to surround myself with great fucking human beings. See, alphas, a real fucking alpha will surround himself with other alphas that are bigger, better, faster, stronger than he or she. Now, see, alphas can be both. Okay. Betas who think they're alphas surround themselves with people who are beneath them so they can be the alpha. Nope. You're going to stall out. I don't want to stall. I want to keep grinding. I had a job interview with Bedros Keuilian. He asked me, where do you see yourself in 5 years? And I said, I want to be you. I said, I'm coming for your position. He said, come fucking get it. I ain't going to be here in 5 years, man. And that's what a real alpha does. They welcome challenge. They welcome it. You know, people challenge me all the time on my push-ups and stuff. Guess what? If you beat me, okay, good. That was your day. But guess what, motherfucker? I'm coming back. Right? I'm going to come back and I want my title back. And that's what you need to realize, is that each and every one of you as a human being is a champion of something. Figure out what your strengths and your weaknesses are, right? I'm a big old superhero comic book. You know, everybody has a superpower and a kryptonite. The trick is everybody only focuses on their fucking superpower, right? What you need to do is reverse engineer that and just start attacking that kryptonite. Like, what fucking makes your knees weak? What are you scared of? What do you run from? Because you need to start running to it, and you need to start strengthening those knees. That's how you become more well-rounded. And once you start getting that up, and all of a sudden you're going to see everything, it just moves that needle of success higher up the ladder. What is success? Helping others help themselves. Stop being superficial assholes in life and just thinking that success is money and power. Success is helping others help themselves by respect and fucking by motivating people, right? Inspiring people and teaching people how to be driven. I tell people all the time, man, listen, I'm not a fucking motivational speaker, even though I speak all the time. I'm a pain coach. I've dealt with all 7 forms of those fucking pains, and I've learned how to grow from them. So if I can do it, and I teach people, I give them steps. I do coaching. I do all this crazy. I teach people, tell me what the problem is. Tell me what you dealt with. Well, okay, let's attack this and figure this out. And that's what we do. So, and that's what we're going to continue to do. As in, when I say we, that's team me. I talk to myself in the third person. We got this. I don't say you, we got this, because I have an internal and external dialogue, right? External may be looking like, you know, we're me and you're getting ready to get in a fight, right? I'm all tattooed up. I look like I'm pissed off. Inside, I might be scared shitless. I don't know what you have. So what I try to do is find balance between the internal and external. And whenever I walk into the room, I'm not arrogant, I'm not cocky, but I'm confident in myself because I believe in myself, because I have a motto of life. I teach each person that I coach and everything, have a motto of life. Get up every fucking day. Now, how old are you?
I'm 25.
You're 2 years younger than my son. I'm 49. First thing I do when I get up in the morning, usually I have to take a piss because I'm old. But then what I do is, while I'm doing that, I say to myself internally, and then I said externally, be great today, be a bitch tomorrow. My daughter is 12. She says, I'm a champion, I'm a winner. My business partner that you might meet, Steve Eckert, if he gets on here, he says, I'm fucking awesome. My wife says, I'm the queen of everything. I mean, and you have to start programming yourself, because I'm going to tell you this right now. If you let other people program you, that's called propaganda. You need to self-program, believe in yourself. 4 F-bombs of life, motherfucker: family, fitness, finances, and faith. Faith is not religion. Faith is the ability to believe in yourself. Get up and be grateful, not greedy. Listen, I don't hit the snooze button because I don't wake up to one of these things. I wake up to an old school alarm clock, and I put it about 12 feet away from me. So when I get up, I have to jump up out of bed. Well, guess what? After about a month of that, of my wife getting pissed off, I get up every morning 5 minutes before that alarm goes off. I just program myself to get up earlier. And these are a lot of the drills that I teach people. Getting up, hitting the snooze button.
Yeah.
All you're doing is procrastinating, doing great shit. If your life is that meaningless that you're hitting the snooze button, that's what I'm gonna tell you right now. Go out and buy an old school alarm clock. Wake up, because it sounds like you're taking mortar fire. It's gonna scare you shitless. And put the thing far enough away that you actually have to get up and get out of bed to go get it. If you're married or you have a spouse, I don't care if it's a he, she, whatever you're into, I'm going to tell you this right now. If they have to get up later than you, they're not going to like you. But you can program yourself. That's like basic, but we can program ourselves to do anything. Watch, I'll teach you. Watch. Now, where are you at right now? Tell me.
I'm in Swansea, Wales.
Okay, great. So let me ask you a question. I know whales, right? I know a friend, her name's Bronwyn. She's named that. It's a whale's name or whatever. It means something in there. But here's what I'm going to ask you. I don't know. We've never talked before. Watch. Let's see if you've been programmed. What do you do before you cross the street?
I look both ways.
You look both ways. Exactly. Now, I've never met you before. Let me ask you a question. You're 25 years old. Have you ever been hit by a car?
No.
So why do you look both ways?
To be aware.
Because you were programmed, motherfucker. Somebody programmed you that if you don't, you're going to get hit by a car. Just like someone probably programmed you. And again, I don't talk religion, but if you die and you're good and you go up, what is up called? Heaven.
Heaven, yeah.
And down would be called what?
Hell.
Now, I don't get into religion. I've never been there. I don't know. My point is we've been programmed our whole life. So my thing is sometimes, watch, now I'm going to prove you wrong on something. And a million people get this wrong. You can only do two things in life. Two things. You can W or you can L. You're either Wing or Ling. Now, if you're Wing in life, whales are not. What does W stand for? It begins with a W.
Win.
Damn right. If you ain't winning, what are you doing?
Losing.
You're learning.
Yeah.
You're learning.
You're right.
You only lose if you quit.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you know that this is the type of teachings that I incorporate in everything. You only quit if you lose. Now, let me ask you a question. Are you a quitter?
No.
Are you a loser?
No.
So all you are is a winner and a learner. See that? I just changed 25 years of what you've been taught that quick. It's that simple.
Yeah.
And once people start realizing that, they're going to, if someone says you're a loser, you know what? I'd say, fuck you. No, I'm not. I haven't quit on anything. I fail. I fail daily because I push myself to the red and to the blue, but I don't quit. Failure is not an option. Listen here, young man. Listen here, listeners. Failure is the only option if you're fucking pushing yourself. Quitting is not an option. I refuse to quit. Well, Ray, what if? We can what if all day long. Find another fucking way. If the straight line isn't the best way to do it, we're going to zigzag. We're going to go over. We're going to go under. I'll dig a fucking hole. I'll do Pony Express. I don't care. I will fucking go back to my whiteboard and I will find another way to be successful and accomplish whatever it is I want to do. And people go, Ray, you can't be like this all the time. Yes, I can. Because I was abused as a child. I've had addictions. I've been treated like shit my whole life. And now I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I have a great wife. I have great kids. I don't carry a gun anymore. I use this instead of this. Dude, I'm making more money. Am I rich? I am, but not in a monetary standpoint. I'm rich in the ways that listen, I'm so fucking rich that no matter what you say to me, you are not going to change my mind of what I think of myself. I don't care who you are. I don't give a fuck who you are. When you start letting people dictate who you are, that is just a sign of weakness. And I don't believe that any person on this earth is weak. I think that people have been programmed to be weak because people have programmed them that they are weak. And this is what I'm going to tell you. Get rid of those fucking people in your life. Look in the mirror and say, I am a strong fucking man and woman and I got this. That's how and today is my day. And guess what? If it's not your day, you get up and you do it again. And I don't give you permission. I give you permission to do that every day. And you don't even have permission to die until I tell you it's okay. And you don't die. You just keep grinding. Dude, they're going to cremate me or bury me. I'm going to be, no matter where I go, I'm going to be saying the same thing. I got this. Something. I don't care. I'm just going to keep fucking doing it. I'm going to continue to be the savage fucking servant. Because that as men, as women, our job is to provide, protect, right? Hunt, gather, but also serve. You got to serve. You got to serve yourself and serve others. Who you decide to serve is on you, but you have an obligation to serve yourself and realize that you are a great fucking human being and that you were put on this earth for a reason. Think about it. Day of conception. Mom and dad were doing their thing. I apologize. Millions of fucking semen were released. You won. You won out of a million, out of millions. Jesus Christ, you just won the biggest lottery in the world. You were conceived, you were born, you evolved. Every day that you get up, You've won the fucking lottery. And if you're getting up thinking anything less, you should literally just punch yourself in the face. Think of the millions, the millions. I was born March 5th, 1972. The millions that didn't make it. From the time I was even sperm, I was stronger than everybody else. So were you. So were all of the people listening to this. And I don't give a shit how old, how young, what color, what sex. It doesn't matter. I don't give a fuck what your religious beliefs are. I don't give a shit about your political beliefs. All I give a shit about is that you become the best fucking human being you can and become contagious, become that magnetic element, draw people to you, and then wring out that knowledge, because we're all sponges, on them. But it is, and people don't look at the like, oh, I got to get up and go to work again. Think of the millions that literally didn't make it. Millions. Do you understand? I mean, they've done the numbers of how many people live on the earth and how many millions. It's I don't even think it's a number of how many didn't make it. So imagine that. And that's what people need to do. Start putting shit into perception like that, right? Start realizing the symbolism of the lottery. You are here. You are a fucking winner. And what pisses me off is when I hear people go, oh. And listen, we have ups and downs. You're going to have bad days. I get it. You're going to argue. You're going to fight. You're still going to doubt yourself. Even though I try to kill I still doubt myself. I still have fears. I still get scared. I still have PTSD from all kinds of things. But I get up every day and I fucking fight. I don't even dust myself off anymore and I fall down. I just keep getting fucking back up. And that dust off is physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, and financial. Keep failing, guys. That's what I'm going to tell you, because that means you're living. When you're scared, it means you're human. When you're nervous, it means you're fucking human. It's good. Shit, man. I still kiss my wife. I get fucking butterflies. Doesn't make me a pussy. It makes me human. And that's what life's about. It's about being the best fucking human you can be. I know I'm going off, man. I get crazy.
You touched on so many things there. Honestly, it's incredible, absolutely incredible. I feel like going out and conquering the world. I'm not even lying, legit. Like, that's the thing about. I get it that you're not a motivational speaker, right? And there's more, because people can feel motivated. Like, I heard Goggins say this before, where he was like, you can feel motivated to go for a run, right? You go outside and it's raining and you're like, oh no, actually I'm not going to go for a run now. But in that moment you felt motivated to go for a run. You need to be driven. You need to be driven. And that is what you live by, right? You live by
motivation. Doesn't get you anywhere. It's discipline. Discipline. Listen, we're fucking waterproof, guys, unless you've got some weird disease like the one guy and fucking, what was that movie? With the mutants, whatever it was, he like leaked. We're waterproof. Go out and run in the rain. Run in the rain. Run in the snow. You know, be careful though, but do it. Just don't let little things deter you, because the thing is, what pisses me off so much is, you know, like, let's use SEAL training, right? Everybody wants to be a SEAL. Every kid nowadays that watch the movies. I want. Motherfucker, you need. 138 of us wanted to be Navy SEALs. 16 of us needed it. 16 of us made it, right? Doing what needs to be done is the key in life, right? Being the best version of you. You need to push yourself. It's too hot. It's too cold. It's too this. It's too that. You know what? Stop being a little Stop being a little bitch, right? And stop becoming that little bitch and become the bitch. A bitch is simply just someone who just makes excuses. The bitch, become intellectually sound, trainable, a communicator, and hard as fuck. Become the bitch. Become the bitch, right? Make running in the rain laugh at. I'm going to go swim out on a lake today. It's cold as shit and it's raining and it's going to be choppy. Yeah. You know why I'm doing it? Because no one else is.
Okay, you have that formula, right? It's like time and effort equals
time plus effort equals results, man. That's my effort. That's my equation of life. Yeah. Look, watch. This isn't watch. Give me 100% of your time, 100% of your effort. You're going to give me 100% of your results, right? And our results are going to vary. Now watch this. Fill in the blanks. Well, I'll ask you when. Piss poor time plus piss poor effort equals
poor results.
That's right. Piss poor results. Exactly the same thing. So You put in, because, and the thing is right, the equation has to be relatable. It has to be feasible. It has to be real. You know, I want to be a millionaire in 2 days. Probably not going to happen. I do a best average and worst case scenario, right? I do best average and worst case. There is no plan B. I will be a millionaire, but not millionaire in a money standpoint. My goal is to help 1 million people. So how am I going to do that? Well, I've got a 1, 3, 5 year plan. Well, if I don't make it that time, well, I guess I'm going to have a fucking 7, 9, and 11 year. If that doesn't work, I'm going to have 11, 13. It just doesn't stop. Just because you don't make your fucking goal in the time that you need to, welcome to life. Doesn't mean stop, right? I mean, you know, there are guys that became Navy SEALs. They didn't make it through the first time like me, but they didn't give up. Giving up is just an excuse that your internal, right, that inner bitch is giving you. Because that's the thing, that inner bitch wants to give you the easy way out. If you want to be successful, you've got to take the path less traveled. I don't even want it less traveled. I want to make my own fucking path, man. Fuck that. I mean, seriously, I got a machete and I'm just going to cut through that shit, man. And if that don't work, I'll get a fucking chainsaw. If chainsaw don't work, I'll get dynamite. If dynamite doesn't work, I'll figure out something.
Find a way. You find a way. You'll find a way. Yeah.
And you know what's funny is you think in my household, I'm the toughest guy there is, and I'm not. It's my wife. My wife, Trisha, is fucking 10 times as physically, mentally, emotionally stronger than me. She is. She's 100 and maybe 10 pounds, 5'3". She's a fucking complete and utter savage. Complete and utter savage. Puts me in check. And every good man needs someone, whether it's a woman or man, you need to have that dive buddy, that battle buddy that puts you in check.
Yeah, 100%.
So yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's take it back a bit. We've touched on so many topics there, and it's incredible, honestly. Okay, so what made you actually become a SEAL then? What made you want to become a SEAL? Was it the pushing yourself to the limit? Was it that you didn't know what you wanted to do in life, so you just wanted to, you know, put yourself into the military? What was the reason that you wanted to become a SEAL?
Joined the military initially because I was going down a wrong path. I was going to end up probably going to jail. When I heard about the SEALs, I heard it was the toughest physical thing that you could do in life. That's what I've heard. And I'm not talking shit about any other military unit out there. I love all military branches. We have friendly competition. But I was like, wait a minute. Number one, everybody's telling me I can't do this. Well, I'm going to take off that apostrophe and T, and I can. Number two, I was told I was too small. Fuck you. Fuck it. Fuck you. That's what I say to myself. And then number three, I was like, all this is pain, physical, mental, and emotional pain. Motherfucker, I already have dealt with that for the first 18 years. This is going to be easy. Now, was Bud's easy? No. But in the grand scheme of things, yeah, it was. I made it through the first fucking time. Out of usually less than 1% of people do that, starting with your class and finishing with it. A lot of guys get injured. It was my fucking destiny. It was a higher power's way of saying, listen, Air Force didn't want me. I didn't have the grades. I was this, that. Literally, I saw the brochure and everybody told me you can't make it. Roger that. And this is what I'll tell people. And I was so guilty of it. I lived the first 45 years of my life proving everybody wrong. And I was wrong. You need to live your life to prove yourself right. Fuck everybody else. Right? I mean, I wanted to be a Navy SEAL. Haha, there you go. Wanted to get in TV and movies, wanted to work in the CIA, wanted to do this, wanted to hang out with Kid Rock. I do it all. I do all that. But now I do it for me. I don't do it for anybody else. Right? And I was programmed wrong. Guilty. I'm going to get a shirt that says guilty. Guilty AF. Guilty as fuck. Guilty. And I hold myself accountable to that, and I hate myself for that on a lot of fashions. Because imagine how much more I could have been if I could go back in time and just, did better, tried harder. Because I started late. Really, if you think about it, I really didn't start kicking ass till I was 45, 49 now. And everybody's like, well, you accomplished all this shit, but I accomplished it all for the wrong reasons. It really doesn't matter. It matters what I accomplished for me, not for others. Like I tell people, people always like, Ray, what kind of car do you drive? I sold all my Range Rovers and all my fancy toys. I drive a little pickup truck. The truck doesn't make the man makes the truck, or woman.
Hmm.
Doesn't matter. I'm just as confident driving a fucking $100,000 Range Rover than I am a $26,000 pickup truck. It doesn't fucking matter. I use that money for other things, better things, family time, fucking invest. It doesn't matter. As I've gotten older, we're all weapons. We're a weapon. I like to think the human body and mind is a sword. And all I keep doing, I used to just sharpen it on one side, focusing on materialistic. Now I sharpen it: physical, mental, emotional, social, spiritual, financial, physical, mental, emotional. And then I have that edge is just getting sharper and sharper. And it can cut through anything, but it's not sharp enough. It's never going to be sharp enough. I'm going to constantly shape it, forge it, mold it, and make it the strongest, sharpest fucking tool I can. Here, right? Here, I'm going to everywhere. Mind, body, and soul. It got to, guys, right? That's why Ronin Tactics, Tulan is one of my mentors. He's a samurai. He helps me with that, right? He's been helping me with breathing. I've learned how to breathe and calm down because I'm a fucking animal all the time. He was absolutely right. I fought him like a dog. I don't want to do that. Now I do my whole thing, and I have to find peace. How can you find peace with others if you can't find peace with yourself? Right? How can you find calm in the world if you can't fucking calm your own thing? You have to control the weapon before you unleash the weapon, because otherwise that weapon isn't going to be sharp. You're just going to start tearing and ripping. When I do things now, they're precision, they're cuts, they're perfect, right? Just like when I shoot a gun, I want kill shots every time. Boom, 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 boom. I don't be shooting all over the place. That's why I created my company, Conquer, 7 points of performance to master you, to get that shot tight, that group as tight as you can. There's no such thing as perfection, only progression. Every day, we just 1%, we want to get that shot group tighter. We want to get that edge sharper and sharper. That's mind, body, and spirit, right? That's what we do. And it starts now, like right now, 10:58 on May 10th, right now, when you guys are watching this, after this is released, every single fucking one of you right now need to start sharpening that sword and start getting that shot group in tighter. All I do, and people were like, well, Ray, I don't know anything about swords or guns. Fine. I'm giving you ingredients. It's like making a cake. I'm giving you the ingredients. And then what you need to do is every day you need to try to just tweak it to make that better and better and better and better till you make the fucking perfect cake. Will you ever make the perfect cake? No. But every day you want to just make it a little moister, a little better, a little just everything, every fucking day. And that's what we're going to do. When does it stop? When you die. Then you know what? I'll see you up in heaven or hell, where I'm going, and we'll figure it out from there. I'll be putting on classes up there.
So many people need to hear this, honestly.
I need to hear this.
Yeah,
that's why I get on these podcasts. I want to make that very clear. I don't say this for anyone else but me. And that's what people are like, oh my God, Ray, you can't. Yes, I can. I call myself out all the time. When I posted a video today, a picture of me today going like this, you're welcome. It was to me, not to you. It's not. I wrote the other day, I wrote a big one that went, I'm guilty. I literally call myself out. Call yourself out on bullshit. Be critical. Be crucial. Be violent with yourself when it comes to honing in and being a better version of you. Be the best fucking version of you can be. I am my best and worst enemy. And I love and hate myself at times. I do. And it's okay. I'm an overachiever. I accept that. I know that I'm never gonna be tall enough or strong, but I never will. Because when you get a taste for success, helping others, help yourself, you can never fill that fucking hole. But it's not a greedy hole, it's a grateful hole, right? Two different holes. People fill the greedy. I want. I only take what I need. The more I make, the more I give. Give back knowledge, give back time. The most precious thing that you can give to people is time and knowledge. It's not money, it's time. And I tell people, if you want to make more money, give more away, but money will buy you time. Time. It's the most precious fucking commodity we have. It's not money, it's time. Time, how long you're on this earth. What are you going to do with this earth, right? If you die today, right now, brother, You had to write a eulogy about yourself. Would you like what your eulogy says? Because I don't like what mine says.
No. 100%.
Every day I get up and I mentally try to make it, better.
Yeah.
So that's my advice to people. And what's funny is when I get on these podcasts, 99.9% of the time, the hosts don't ask me questions. I just run crazy because I only have so much time. And the point to this podcast and why I do these is, number one, this message, I watch it, it's for me. But number two, let's say 1 million people listen to this. One fucking person gets a nugget out of this. It's a complete success because I have changed that person's life. We have changed that person's life in a positive manner. Imagine how many other fucking lives they're going to change. That's why you're doing this, right? You're leaving a legacy. It's a legacy. I've had a podcast with Jason Redman for 2 years. And they consume all of our time, right? We had sponsored. It was just too much for my schedule and we had to stop. I love getting on podcasts because I get to say whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. But what I say is what people, and listen, this is what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what you want to hear, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to tell me, and you're just going to hear what I need to hear, not what I want. Want and need are two different things, man. You need to be a great fucking human being. You may want $1 million. You may want this. You may want that. But can you survive without a Lamborghini? Sure can. I've never had one. I'm happy as fuck. Can you survive without a 10,000 square foot home? Yeah. Right? I've been happy in apartments. I have a big house now, but it doesn't matter. I need to be a provider, protector, hunter, gatherer, savage, servant. I want to just be a savage all the time. Can't do that. Balance. Got to figure it out, right? I wear the shirt because I believe in it wholeheartedly. I am. You are. We are savage servants. Boom.
Drops the mic. No, 100%. And people ask me as well, they say, Murat, why did you start the podcast? And my answer to them is to provide value. I feel like whenever I help other people out, I feel so much better about myself. I care more about other people than I do myself sometimes. And sometimes that can bite me, in the butt. But I don't know. I just feel whenever I provide value for other people, I just feel like a different type of person. Like the joy I get from that is incredible. And what you said there is it's just incredible. Like you said that, if I just change one person, if one person heard this, right, one person. Well, let me tell you, I've heard what you just said, and you're definitely changing my life 100%. And I know that sounds cheesy, but I listen to a lot of motivational speakers. I listen to a lot of people, and I don't know what it is. It's about Navy SEALs. It's about people who've gone through all this pain. They're just different. They're uncommon. You are an uncommon individual in my eyes. You might not see it in your own eyes, but you are definitely. And I feel like 99.9% of people listening to this or even watching this, if they heard what you said, and they will feel like you are an uncommon person. 100%.
See, and that's the misconception. We all have it in us. I'm not trying to talk myself down. I'm trying to talk other people up. What I'm saying is if I can do it, if I can fucking do it, you can do it. Trust me. Not super, and I mean this with all due respect, not super smart. I mean, I'm not book smart, right? I'm street smart. I'm not super tall. I'm not super this. I'm not super that. I'm a fucking average guy that has a savage attitude. That's all I am. And the thing is you can be underweight, overweight, tall, short, white, black, blue. It doesn't matter. All you need to do is be the savage servant. Learn how to have the savage attitude and how to serve yourself and others. Once you find that, you won't be ordinary either. You'll be unique. You will be the fucking diamond in the rough. I am nothing extraordinary. I am just a human being that refuses to be normal.
Yeah.
And this is what people do. They either love me or hate me. You know what I said? The people who love me, I love you. The people that hate me, I don't fucking care. I'm not you know why? Because I'm a fucking train. I'm a success train. And you're either going to get on, jump on board with me, or get in my way and I'll run you the fuck over. And that's what people need to understand. You are a vessel. This is your combat chassis. Only you have this. There's no one else like me on this earth. No one. I am unique. and I was brought on this earth to be unique. I am not a unique person. I am just unique because there's only me. Now, what I do with this combat chassis is up to me, not up to you. It's not up to anybody else, right? It's up to you. So the question I have, the $1 million question I have to every single fucking person listening is, what are you going to do with this combat chassis, right? Are you going to be grateful? Or are you going to be greedy? And if you're going to be greedy, you're going to be lonely. You're going to be miserable. Some of the richest people I know in the world are some of the most miserable people I know in the world because they went about it wrong. But I also know a whole bunch of very wealthy people that are fucking great human beings. Pedro Sculian, my boss, because he gives so much back. How much wealth, how much money, how much does a person really fucking need? I don't need an MTV Cribs house. What I need is a great fucking home with a strong fucking foundation. That's it. It's all you need, right? Toys and all that shit. They're superficial, guys. I used to buy shit because I wasn't fucking happy with myself. Guilty as fuck. Guilty as fuck. And people are like, Ray, you call yourself out all the time. You're damn right I do. You need to call yourself out, because if you don't, I'm telling you this right now, there's very few people on earth that will. They'll just be like, yeah, you're doing great. No, if you're not doing great, just like the people I surround myself with, they'll say, Ray, that's the dumbest fucking idea I've ever heard, or no, or this or that. And for that, I say, thank you. Thank you. And for all the pain that I inflict on people, you're welcome. Right? Like the project that I run, right? For Bedros. 75 hours, physical, mental, and emotional. We beat the living fucking shit out of you. You're welcome. We teach you how to create 6 forms of growth. You're welcome. We teach you how to identify and name, claim, and tame your 7 forms of pain. You're welcome. And then we put you into a lifelong brotherhood of men. We're going to hold you accountable and hold your feet to the fire. You're welcome. I do this for father and sons. We take men between the ages of 12 and 15 and their dads, and we bring them together and we train them for 14 hours and we create bonds. You're welcome. I do something called the LTD, where Steve Eckhart and I, we go to corporations and we teach companies how to work as a team: trust, effort, attitude, mission. We focus on the four pillars of success: teamwork, problem solving, leadership, communication. We focus on the 3 battlefields: battlefield, business field, home field. And we focus on the 4 F-bombs: family, fitness, finances, faith. And for that, you're welcome, because we make companies more productive, more effective, and more efficient. But not just at work, but at home. And for that, you're welcome.
Oh, that's amazing. No, 100%, 100%. Going back to the Navy SEAL training now, Buds, what was your why? Because I'm sure you must have thought of giving up, right? There must have been a point where you thought, this is too much, I want to give up. What was your why?
My why was wrong. My why was wrong at the time. My why was all the negativity in my life of proving people wrong. My why now is me. I know that sounds corny, but my why is me. Like, everybody always says their family, right? My family's my why. It can't be. How can your family be your why if you're not? You need to be you and the best version of you before you can be anything else. When I went through Buds, my why was all the people that said, my mom, everybody, you're never going to make it, blah, blah, blah. I used that negativity and just turned it into power. That's what I do. I turn negativity into power. I love negative reinforcement. Call me a piece of shit. I'm going to prove you wrong. I love it. You're too old to do the Murph twice in a row. Am I? Watch me do it again at 49, motherfucker. You're too old to do this. You're too old to do that. Roger that. But then as I evolved, right, like we talked about, as I matured, as I surrounded myself with people who think 3-dimensional, out of the box, versus 1-dimensional, right, A to B, I realized that my why has to be me. My why is, Ray, you need to be the best human being you can. And I don't really have an answer what that means. I don't. All I know is I focus everything I do off of family, fitness, finance, and faith. I keep it simple, stupid, KISS. Family. Be a better father, husband, brother, son, whatever. Better human being. Fitness. Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial. Right? Fitness. You need to be able to control that. Family, fitness, finance. Listen, I'm going to try to create generational wealth, not only for me, but for others in my family. And faith, I am going to believe in myself, no matter how bad shit gets. I'm going to believe in myself, believe in my wife, believe in my family. I stick to my world is very small. I let very few people in. I have tons of acquaintances, but I will give my shirt off the back to the people that are in my circle. It's just how it has to be.
Yeah.
But before I could do that, I had to work on this. And this chassis still needs a lot of fucking work, a lot of work. And the minute you say you don't, you're wrong. The minute you say you don't, you failed. The minute you say you don't, you've gotten complacent. The minute you say you don't, call me. I will fly over to you and I will punch you square in the face.
Yeah. No, 100%.
So my why is me. My why used to be proving everybody wrong. I keep, and the people go, that just doesn't make any sense. It does make sense. People just don't look at it. You know, how you said my kids are my why. My kids are my why, but I have to be their why. I have to be the best version of who I am. I want them. Why do they want to be a great human being? Because their father and mother is. Right now, I'm not a great human being. I got to work on that, right? I still need work with my relationship with my daughter and my wife. I'm not perfect. I'm not, but I'm working at it.
It's like where they say you need to help yourself before you can start helping other people, right? So you need to focus on yourself first. Yeah. 100%.
And that's not being greedy. That's not being greedy. It's being reasonable, right? Because otherwise, how can I help somebody and give somebody opinions if I'm fucked up? How can I tell somebody they're fucked up if I'm doing the same thing?
Yeah.
Right? If you want to be a leader, you have to do three things: lead, listen, and learn. Lead from the front, lead yourself, lead always. And you need to be this type of leader. Do as I say, do as I'm doing, not do as I say, not as I do. That's the worst kind. Listen, do as I got the bugle. Let's charge that hill, brother. Let's attack the hill. That's my mindset. Attack the hill. Let's do it right now. Let's go get it. Let's run up the hill. Let's not walk up it. And let's walk down the hill. Let's control our enemies. Don't let gravity, which is the outside entities of life, force you down that hill fast. You take your time, but you run up that motherfucker. Is it going to hurt? Yep. But the more you run up it, the more conditioned you're going to be, physically, mentally, emotionally, socially, spiritually. It all works, and financially. That's what the hill represents. The hill is the symbolism of life. And it's hard. Yeah. What else you got for me? Come on, bring it.
100%. No, I'm just speechless. Okay, let's move away from the SEALs then. Obviously, you passed buds. Only 16 people passed out of the 38, was it? 138?
51 originally graduated. 16 were original. A couple guys, we started with 200, we finished with 200, but we had individuals that were like break bones. Mm-hmm. They would roll back in the class, legit guys. So 51 graduated, 16 were original.
The original, yeah. Okay, so that happened, and then obviously, you were a Navy SEAL. When you went to missions, was there any time that you thought, I'm not going to come back?
Yeah, plenty of times. Scared shitless. Won't lie to you, of course.
Yeah.
But at those times, I wasn't really involved. I didn't get involved with my wife until late in my SEAL career, where I was exiting. But the same thing happened with the agency, of course. And it's amazing how things change when you add very important things to your life, right? Like before, all I cared about was letting down my brothers. Now it's my wife, my daughter, my son, my dog, my cat. But again, as we grow older, we evolve. And, I'm thankful for the time. But yeah, scared shitless on me. There have been, of course, amped up, nervous, scared, wondering if I ever was going to make it back. And that was both in the SEAL teams and the agency. I mean, I didn't do a whole lot in the SEAL teams. I did a lot more when I was in the agency, just because of the conflicts that were going on and the geographical locations at that time. But I mean, I've been to Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, Beirut, and I mean, Syria. I've been everywhere. I've been in a lot of engagements, and there's a couple times where, obviously you rely on your brothers, you rely on your training, and you rely on you. But I will definitely tell you, man, I've had my life flash before me more times than I care to remember. And when I was single, really wasn't much there. But now it's like, I think what kept me coming and driving was the fact that I wasn't going to leave. I wasn't going to leave my fucking wife. I wasn't going to leave my kids. So I just endured whatever it was, whether it was getting blown up, shot at, fucking, pulling somebody off the X, whatever it took. That's what we do as human beings. I had definitely more at stake. And I'm glad I got out of doing both of those professions. And I love what I'm doing now.
Yeah. No,
So,
you,
I mean, I hung those cleats up. If I had to pull them back off and put them back on for my country, I would. But, I'm 49 years old. There's younger, bigger, better, faster, stronger war fighters out there. I did my time. I've bled for my country. I've done other things for my country. Some that, just listen, you do what you have to for your country. I have no regrets. I've got all the plaques and all the awards and all that shit here in my big office. And it's not a reminder of how awesome I am. It's to remind me of what I've endured, how the adversity I've overcome, the pain, loss of lives, brothers, sisters. But yeah, and it's definitely a good smack to the face when I doubt myself. I just look up at my wall, or I look over at my Buds helmet, or I look at all the stuff that I have, got a flag that was flown. I've got all these amazing pieces and all over. I mean, I've got the bell. There's the bell right there from the teams, right? And that's an actual picture of a Buds. I need to hang that, but the reason I don't hang it is I take it with me everywhere I go.
No way.
So just like I can't ring the bell. So when I do my push-ups, I have it behind me. I've got a couple other plaques in there. I got pictures of my daughter. I've got books. I mean, everything in this room is a piece of my life, of what has made me who I am now.
Because you've endured so much pain. I feel like anything that's thrown in your way now, you just, in your mind, you're just like, I can overcome this, right? Nothing. Yeah.
You're 1000% right. I smile at it. I embrace it. They always say, what is it? Embrace the suck, fuck the suck, man. I'm in. I'm gonna fuck it. I'm gonna make it my bitch. I love it. Pain lets me realize that I'm alive. And I like it. It's a challenge to me. I like the weight. I like the physical, mental, emotional pain. I'll take it. I don't want my family to have it. I'll take it. It's for me. Give it to me. But I welcome it. And I think people just need to learn how to don't welcome it right away, let it little bits at a time. And but circumventing back to where we started is just because you've had pain in your life doesn't mean that you need to, the things that were done to me, I don't do to others. I have that. I deal with it. I learn from it. Make sure I don't do that. You can be a better human being, right? Like I told you, and I'm going to say this one more time. I don't blame you for who you are. I blame you for if you don't do anything, if you don't like who you are right now, if you don't take action. Decision making is ask, make, take. Ask, what is the problem? What is wrong with me? Blah, blah, blah. Make a fucking decision right now. And then take action. Get help. Internal, external. Get help. Ask, make, take. In the SEAL teams, we say analyze, assess, execute. I don't want to use the word execute because we're not executing people. We're executing whatever the task is, right? We are moving forward with it. We're not shooting everything, right? We're taking action. Most people, they'll ask and they leave, they don't do all three steps. Decision making is a 3-step process. Ask, make, take. Most people just take action without asking or making, or it's like road rage. Ask, make, take. You have to use all 3 steps. And that's what war fighters, the difference between war fighters and people that fight or flight. People that fight, ask, make, take. People that run, they usually just make a decision and run. Oh shit. Versus taking a second. And it's split seconds, right? The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it, right? Going into a room, kill house, right? Once you pull that trigger, you can't let that round doesn't come back. That's a lifelong commitment. So you better fucking train hard. And that round is anything you do in life. It doesn't have to be a real bullet. It can be words. It can be actions. It can be fucking anything. You can't take it back.
100%. No, 100%. Wow. It's incredible. I know that you are a busy person and I've kept you on for so long. Sorry about that. I only said it was going to be like 30 minutes, but we're going over time. But yeah, thank you so much for everything that you've done, for everything that you are doing. Just one question now before I do let you go, Ray. What was it like working with Tom Hanks? I gotta ask you.
Pretty cool. Tom is a really great guy. He eats all the time. He eats chicken wings and stuff, but he's a real goofy guy. But once he gets into character, because like we did a couple scenes together, I mean, dude, he'd be like, and then, I mean, laser focused, obviously, just super guy, gave me, when we did a few scenes, and so a lot of it was cut out, but he gave advice. Met my family, met my daughter, super, just well-rounded guy. He's a big fan of going to Greece and loves boating and yachting or whatever. And yeah, just a down-to-earth guy. It was pretty humbling, but he said the same thing. That's what I liked about him. I was like, holy shit, I'm nervous. I'm doing a scene with Tom Hanks. And he goes, well, how do you think I feel? I'm doing a scene with real Navy SEALs. And I was like, this is just a regular dude. He's just a regular fucking dude. Always had a great attitude. Would help. Like I just said, Mr. Hanks, because he told me, he goes, Ray, you're the world's worst actor I've ever met. He goes, but you're a great you. So that was the advice he gave me. So he said, stop trying to act, because this is taking years. He started doing this in Bosom Buddies back in the 80s. He said, just be you. So I played me. And the chemistry was great. And he was just, that was advice. That wasn't an opinion. That's from fucking one of the best out there, and he just said, stop. And that's where I come up with that. Be the best version of you can be. He said, you're playing a role of a Navy SEAL. That's you. Just be you. Do what you would do in the SEAL teams. And I was like, well, shit, okay. And I did. It was easy. I had 2 cameras in my face the whole time, grabbing Tom Hanks. Great guy. My wife loved him too. And he even did the voice of Woody for my daughter. And she goes, you're not Woody. He was young at the time. She was young at the time. And that was pretty funny. So yeah, great guy. Super nice.
Do you think that you do more movies in the future now, or are you done?
I probably yeah, I would. The job that I have right now, movies take so much time, and I have such a great relationship with my boss right now, Bedros Koulim. It has to. I don't do things right now to get fame or money, because I do very well. There has to be more of a purpose, right? So everything I do, I run by my boss. The juice has to be worth the squeeze, and that's not money. It's okay. By doing this, like I may be doing a TV show here with Rob O'Neill and a bunch of other very influential people, but it's to help humanity. So my boss is like, great for that. But if you just want to get on fucking TV and be an extra or do a little part, is that really worth, the lives and the money that you're making on a daily rate? It's not. So I've really pulled away from a lot of that. And like me spending an hour with you if I reach one person, that's worth its weight in gold to me, versus being jet setting off for 2 weeks, not being able to communicate with my family, not being able to help the people that need to help with the coaching and stuff. It's not worth it to me anymore. If things were to line up or something, yeah, great. But it has to work in my path, my vision with Bedros. And right now, I don't see me doing a movie that's going to help, except people. I don't see how it's going to help people. The TV show that we're working at, Bedros has given me 1,000% yes. I support you. And obviously, I got to make sure that time and money balance out, because obviously, I work for him. But the message, it's all about the message right now, I think, and that's the one thing he helped me. Stop chasing fame and start creating a message. That is him and Steve Eckhart, Aaron Alejandrino, Matt Schneider. They're 4 of the other instructors for the course that I run. They have really dialed me in with that, versus there's a movie, there's this, there's that. No, it's let's create a message, let's create a vision, let's create a mission, and let's make it happen. That's what we're doing.
I love that. I love that so much. Yeah. And what I'll do, guys, I'll leave the links down below as well, so you can go and check out the course. I'll leave all your social media down below as well, Ray, so people can go and check you out. Thank you so much. Honestly, I really appreciate your time. I appreciate everything you've done. Like I mentioned, the value that you provide for other people is, that's one of the biggest things I look into people, and what you're doing is incredible. And that's what you're doing. You've provided value, you're providing value, and you're just an incredible person. So thank you so much, Ray. I really appreciate everything you've done.
Well, thank you so much, sir. Let me know when this comes out. I'd love to blast it on my sites. Okay.
100%. Thank you.
Thank you.